This is Dr. Fur of the Bunny Therapy, therapistforme.jp, coming at you from New York and Tokyo. Today we're going to talk about motivation and procrastination and how to overcome that. And simply put, an object in motion stays in motion, and an object at rest tends to stay at rest. Now, people get rest usually because of how do we call it? Avoidance. Something comes up for them, so they decide not to do it, and we build these mental mountains that are impossible to pass, when in fact, if you just start, things get done. So let's talk about Sir Isaac Newton, one of the most brilliant people to come along ever, and he had 3 laws of motion, and the first one is that an object in motion stays in motion, meaning like if you were in space and you took like the cell phone and just started tossing it, it'll keep going until something stops it. Same thing with you. If you start going, you tend to keep going until something stops you. And if something's at rest, if I just plop this here on my hand, it's going to stay there until something moves it. I'm going to move it. The second one is force is mass times acceleration, meaning there's a force that you can generate to get things done. And mass is like how much you weigh. Actually, like if you weighed differently on the moon than you do, but the mass yourself never changes. And acceleration is just going somewhere, starting to move, right? And then that creates a force. Now, if you can take your body and get moving, then you create a force to get things done. And then once you start going, you tend to stay in motion. And the third one is, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And that one's really kind of tough to understand, but let me explain it to you. If I lift this pen, gravity is pulling down on the pen, and if it falls down, it hits the table, bonk, bonk, bonk. But it's actually not the table that's stopping the pen, it's the earth, because the earth is pulling down on the pen, and believe it or not, the pen's pulling up on the earth. Now, to keep it flying like an airplane pushes through the air, and it has to push through that same amount of air, like a big jet airliner has a lot of weight, has to push all that weight underneath it, and if it adds it just right, then it lifts. And just like you, your force will lift you.